Man, this is motherfucking bullshit. Probably know why I'm standing in front of a trash can right now, right? That idiot, that slapdick, that piece of shit, Kofi Kingston, is still the WWE champion, and it absolutely makes me want to vomit. Wow. It's Seth Rollins is still the WWE champion. But he got attacked by Bray Wyatt. WWE pulled a card out of NXT's playbook. You seen the copyright little bug in the corner? Like, thought those back off the air. And then the lights went out. And Bray Wyatt, with dead memories in his heart, hit Seth lame-ass Rollins with one of the sickest Sister Abigails I've ever seen. Circling back all the way to the beginning, though, something that was good was AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, having a decent match, a surprise match on the kickoff. I can't believe AJ Styles was on the kickoff show. I was absolutely amazed by that. Just couldn't believe that. And Cedric looked really good. I'll go as far as to say this was his best match he's had in the WWE so far. He had a really good match here in Indianapolis last year with Roderick Strong on an episode of 205. I really remember that one. That was a really good match too. But this one with AJ is definitely a hallmark of his career. Got a couple of my predictions right though. DC Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. He's off the chain. Him and Dolph Ziggler are now the real tag team champions. You guys go back a few years. SmackDown actually had those belts created in a tournament. The Raw belts were actually the original tag team titles. And then something that always threw me off was the lineage of the SmackDown tag team titles. Why doesn't that share the lineage with the original SmackDown titles that we created in 2002, and why that lineage was never put together blows me away. Something else that blew me away was Corey Graves' zingers on commentary. There were a couple in particular that I remember. And he had said to Byron right before the start of one of the matches earlier in the show, "How's it feel? What is life like as a third grader?" And then a little bit later in the show, he had said something to the effect of, "Just because what you're saying is not nice, don't mean you have to say it." And the way he said that, man, I straight LOL'd. Corey was on point tonight, for sure, no doubt. Corey is very underappreciated on commentary, and he gets a lot of hate, but for the most part, I enjoy what he says. Something I did not enjoy was seeing Nikki Cross, oh pig with a wig. And it's funny, Alexa Bliss has a pet pig. Well, I guess she has two of them now. You know, I hate to say it, but I just don't find her attractive. I don't find her wrestling good at all. And I just don't enjoy Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross as a tag team. I just don't see it. And it was an absolute damn shame that Sonya Deville Mandy Rose did not get those women tag team titles. But what was awesome was seeing the Revival go hard and get the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And I was also right about Bayley retaining her championship against Charlotte. And honestly, a great match. And the finish, I thought, was genius. I can't remember, but maybe one other time, I can't remember off the top of my head, but maybe it was only maybe one or two other times tops, where the bottom turnbuckle resulted in a victory. And the way she did it was so clutch, they had to pull it out of an alternate camera angle for the replay when they showed that. And I thought that was definitely a nice touch. I thought the audience gave the Randy Orton Kofi Kingston match a nice touch because it was funny when you heard that, "It's a new day," yes it is. Crickets. And then you heard boos. And then you heard a small patch of cheers. And then there was a point during the match we heard Randy. And at one point after Randy Orton had hit an RKO, the fans audibly booed when Kofi Kingston kicked out. As you can see, I was ready for a Randy Orton victory. I was ready for number 14. And we didn't get it tonight, man. This really is where Kofi Kingston belongs. Damn trash. This title reign has been absolute trash. Absolute garbage. Absolute blunder. And I'll tell you what was just as much of a blunder. The ending, actually, not so much the match itself. The Sasha Banks, Becky makes me want to flinch. Oh, man. All night chills, no thrills. Oh, man, I hate Becky Lynch now. I used to really like her. But honestly, she's the queen of cringe at this point. Don't care for her at all. I just don't. Not at all. And it went to a disqualification when Becky became a coward and used that steel chair. And hit the ref. And then they brawled in the crowd. But the biggest WTF moment of the evening by far was seeing Eric Rowan beat Roman Reigns. And Luke Harper coming back. That was a yeah moment. Seeing them get back together. I like Eric Rowan, but he kind of sounds like a farmer. He never talked for years, and I never thought he would sound like that. And then he said, "This is not over," as he was walking up the ramp with Luke Harper. I kind of wish it was. I'd like to see Roman move on. But then again, this is the guy that tried to mercenary murk his ass, so I guess we're going to get a Hell in a Cell match. It'd be a waste, in my personal opinion. I'm a big fan of the big dog, but he doesn't need to be the big hog and get a Hell in a Cell match, especially not against Eric Rowan. If he's going to get a cell match, he needs a much better opponent. Undercard overall was decent. The 2 world title matches. To be fair, the Seth and Braun match was decent, but those stomps, he just kept going on and on and on with those things. And that ultra weak-ass, poorly executed pedigree at the end by Seth, I don't like that move at all. on him. It's just, it always was a head scratcher to me. Just never understood why he broke that out. World title matches were a blunder. Undercard was thunder. So overall, I will rate this show a 6.5. I can't be more honest than that. Cheers to the revival, and cheers to DZ and Bobby Roode for making my predictions accurate. Thanks, guys. Have a great day or night or whenever you see this. Make sure you subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and share my content. See you guys later.